Hey YouTube, this is Gallagher123123 here with you again, and I'm very excited about making this video for you. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you'll know two things. That I am a Mac user, and you might remember the particular Mac laptop that I was using. And that is right here, my MacBook Air mid-2012. So I have it here on the left. And this computer is still working well. You know, I could probably still get another year or two of use out of it. And I intend to get some use out of it still. However, in thinking about it recently, I decided that I'd like something a bit more powerful, especially going into college next year. And also, the battery life has gotten really bad on my Air. So I figured rather than spend money on a battery replacement, I'd rather put the money towards a new computer. So, here's the Air, and if we come over here, you will see what I replaced it with. Well, I'm not going to say replaced it with, because as I said, I'm still going to be using the Air for certain things, especially Mac beta testing. When the next versions of macOS come out, I'd like to test them. So, you're probably wondering, what is this? This is a 2016 MacBook Pro. That's right, a MacBook Pro. So 4 years after getting the Air, I have upgraded again to the MacBook Pro. So, this is a really neat computer, and I'll show you in a minute. Now, I'd like to show you the inside, but when I open this, I'm going to show you, it's going to boot up, so you're going to get to see how fast this thing boots. So I'm opening the lid, and then I'm going to immediately shut it down. There's the Apple logo.
Login window, users scroll area as keyboard focus.
And
you are currently on a scroll area. To begin interacting with the contents of this scroll area, press Control, Option,
there
Shift,
it is.
down.
It's booted. Now we're not going to log in just yet. So let me just go in and then tell it to shut down.
Touch ID, sleep, button. Touch up, sleep, restart, shut down, button.
Now I'm shutting it down so you can get a better look. Now, look at this. I'm going to open up the Air again so you can kind of compare the two designs. If you can see, that is. So, now I'll quickly try and summarize some of the differences. One of the biggest ones that you'll notice, and I'll try and zoom in so you can see.
One face, zero faces.
You can see here that we have the F1 through F12 buttons on the Air.
Zero faces.
Quiet voiceover.
Center of screen, double tap to focus. Speech off.
So, we do have the function keys here. But if we take a look over here on the MacBook Pro, you are probably noticing a big touchscreen strip. Yes, I got the MacBook Pro with the touch bar. Which means I have to get used to a few things because there's no more function keys. So it is a bit of a learning curve. However, it's not that bad. It's really quite nice, actually. Now the next thing is the type of keyboard that's used. The MacBook Air has the older style scissor mechanism, I think Apple calls it. Which is nice. That's what it sounds like. But in their newer computers, they've switched to what they call the butterfly mechanism, which a lot of people don't like, but I actually find I type faster on it. I don't know if you can tell the difference on the video, but... oh yeah, you probably can. And then one of the other hardware differences is the ports. On the Air, let me see if I can do this. No, I can't really show this, but on the MacBook Air you have the older USB ports. Now the one thing that Apple did on the MacBook Pro that I'm not a huge fan of is they replaced all the ports with a USB-C, which is a problem because I own a lot of USB-A type devices. However, they do have a solution, and at the time of purchasing the Pro, you know, the Pro I got as a gift, but these cables, let me see this one. This is a USB-A to USB-C. So this seems to work well for me. And the other one is the trackpad, which I won't go into too much about, but if I press down on the one on the Air, have a little fun with it there, it moves. But watch, when I press down on the Pro, it's not moving, not doing anything. That's because this one is one of the newer types, which is pretty neat, because this one, when you press down when the computer's on, it feels like it's gonna click, but it's haptic feedback. Okay, so I think you've heard me yak enough about these computers. Let's have a little fun and do a boot speed test. So I'm going to boot up both computers, and we will see which one starts talking faster, and then we will do a login test and see which one logs in faster. So let me just check how much time we have left.
Speech on. 7 minutes, 33 seconds. Speech off.
Okay, we might have to do a part 2, but I'm going to try not to. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone down, and I'm going to start both up at the very same time. Now you will hear a bong from the MacBook Air. With the Pro, I don't know why, but Apple thought it was a good idea to eliminate that sound. My guess is because of what I showed you at the start of the video, that when you open the lid, the computer does boot up. Okay, so I'm putting the phone down. Oh, another quick thing about the Pro before I forget, since I'll be hitting that button. This one has Touch ID. This is the first Mac to have the Fingerprint Scanner. Now, unfortunately, as you'll see when I boot this up, it can only be used after you log in, so you cannot use it instead of a password. And that's something that kind of irritates me a little bit, but hey, I kind of understand why. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm finding the power buttons on both, and okay, the Apple logo, it looked like, came on the Pro first. I'm just moving between the two so you can see.
Application. Login window. Users scroll area as keyboard focus. Login window application. You are currently on a scroll area. To begin interacting with the contents of this scroll area, press Control Option Shift down arrow.
So clearly, the MacBook Pro won by a couple seconds. Now I don't know if you can see, but the screen quality on this is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you might even be able to tell the difference there. Okay, so I'm going to log in, and we're going to do this one at a time. So I'm going to go over here to the Air.
In users scroll area, tap group, column down, enter password.
Okay, so this one is set. Now we're going to do the same on the Pro.
In users, get Colin Gallagher, enter password, secure edit text.
Wait. Okay, hopefully they're both correct. I'll now hit enter on both.
Welcome to Mac OS. VoiceOver is on. Application. Application. Finder. Desktop. Mac.ht volume.
I think that was about the same. So now both Macs are up and running.
Application. Application.
Now you might be able to tell the sound quality on the Pro is quite a bit better.
Facebook. New notification. You have a memory to look back on today.
Thank you, Facebook. Alright, let's just check on how much time we have left.
Speech on. Stop recording video. Take picture. Button. 10 minutes. 50 seconds.
Okay, we're at 10 minutes. I think we can do this quick. Alright. Now real quick, I'm just going to let you hear the sound quality. Here's the Air.
Finder, open, 1 of 23. Launchpad, 2 of 23. Safari, 3. UView, 4 of 23. Night Owl, 5. Amadeus Pro, 6 of 23. Mail, 7 of 23. Text edit, 8 of 23. Application.
And I'll go over here.
Doc. Finder. Open. 1 of 23. Launchpad. 2 of Safari. 3 of Mail. 4 of 23. Night Owl. 5. Amadeus Pro. 6 of Contacts. 7 of 23. Siri. 8 of 23. Calendar. 9 of 23.
Okay, now I was able to just press the escape key. But here's where the change is. I'm going to go up to the touch bar
Escape button.
and double tap.
Application.
Now quickly I have to show you what's on the touch bar. We're not going to look at the touch bar in depth because we don't really have time for that. Well, let's just also see if you can tell this difference in screen quality. It's probably hard, but the Retina screen is beautiful on this.
BitTorrent sync. Download started syncing. Downloads folder is syncing with Colin's Mac Mini.
Okay, that's just BT Sync on the Air. So real quick, I'm just gonna flick on the touch bar and let you hear what's here where you want to find our window.
Expand button. Display brightness button. Volume button. Mute button. Siri button. Mute button. Volume button.
So we can do volume. I'll just double tap on that.
Volume down button. 31.3%. Volume.
Volume down, volume up,
Volume up button. Close button. Volume up.
and then we
31.2%.
have a
Volume slider.
percentage slider.
Volume up. Close button.
So we'll just close. And that's it. Now quickly I'm gonna shut the two down. And start with this one.
Menu bar. Apple. Macintosh HD. Content selected. Edit text.
Oh, what?
Escape button. Desktop. Macintosh HD. Volume. Menu bar. Apple. Apple. Menu 9 items. Shut down ellipsis. Shut down Macintosh HD. Volume. Authentication. System dialog. Are you sure you want to shut down your computer now? If you do.
Okay. That one's down, and
Menu bar, Apple. Apple, menu 9, about this Mac. Log, shut down ellipsis.
oh.
One face application faces. 13 minutes, 7 seconds.
Okay, I think we are gonna need to do a part 2 because I just realized a few things I wanted to cover. So I'm gonna stop recording and I'm gonna boot the Pro back up because I wanted to go over specs of my both computers, which I never did, and I'm sorry. And I also want to do a boot test for Windows, because I also have Windows 10 on both of these. So I'll be back, so please stay tuned for part 2 of the MacBook Pro video.
To begin interacting with the contents of this scroll area, press Ctrl